After a long break since the Mistlands update, I'm returning to Valheim with a brand new Forever world and starting fresh with the Call to Arms update. This series will be all about slow progression, chill survival gameplay, and rediscovering everything that makes Valheim special. I've played hundreds of hours since Valheim released in early access back in 2021, and I've learned plenty of tips and tricks along the way. Now I'm going to build a new world that I can return to as Valheim continues to grow. If you're new to Valheim, you'll find beginner tips and tricks on resource gathering, getting started, and general game progression advice. If you're a returning player like me, you'll enjoy a cozy, uncut playthrough that captures the heart of Valheim's adventure and survival. So whether you're here to learn, relax, or find inspiration for your own world, welcome home to Valheim. Let's get started. Welcome to Valheim. This is a fresh new world. I'm so excited. I love this game. This is going to be the start of my new Forever world. Look at us go. Flying through the rain on a Valkyrie. This made me laugh so hard. First time I ever saw it. Just T-posing, flying through the air. I haven't played this in so long, so I thought this would be a fun way to not only revisit the game, but sort of show off some of the things I learned while I was playing. Let's talk to Hugin here. It's basically your tutorial. It'll help you out as you pick stuff up. Let's pick up this branch. I always like to grab everything that I can, especially if I'm out exploring. There's going to be a bunch of wood and stone, and if you look at the back side of these stones here, these sacrificial stones, we'll get to those eventually. Some starting food. Some berries back here. Farming skill went up. Hugin's just going to jump around until we talk to him. I'll keep it on. I haven't played in a while, so there could be something new that I don't know about. Summoning stones. Okay. I think he's going to jump at us again. He's basically just going to appear in front of us. Found a snack. I did. I always like to keep my food over here. Can't build a hammer yet. I need a few more pieces of wood. So I'm going to look around for that. There's another one right here. The hammer is going to be like your main building tool. And then flint you'll find on the water along the shorelines here. And flint does respawn too. Everything does in the game, for the most part, as far as like resources go. Yep, he's telling us to make a hammer. So we'll make that. I always like to have hammer on my far right side. Just my personal preference. It's not really like a combat weapon of any sort. So, alright, it's telling me to build a workbench. So I'm really wanting to find like berries and really just some starting materials to get a house built. And then from there, we'll keep going. Just gonna pick up a bunch of stone here. You do want to watch out. It's pretty fine in the beginning, but this is your carry weight up here, so you don't want that to go over 300, or else you start walking really slow, get over encumbered. It's not a good time. And I did, yeah, there's a house right here. So sometimes in these houses, oh yeah, so right in there, that's a beehive. I'm going to avoid that for now until I have a bow, because I don't want to take any poison damage. Cool, we got some amber, so this is really just something to sell. Some more flint and some gold. Then I can take the chest. I have to build a workbench first, which I think I can do if I open up my crafting menu here. Let's build an axe too. Keep the axe right there. There, so this is our building menu. I got distracted. So workbench, we're going to need 10 wood. We have an axe now, so we should be able to cut down some trees. I'm going to disable my little hammer there. Start working on cutting some wood. And then I am going to eat too. Because as you eat, the yellow foods will give you a little stamina. So that'll increase your running and everything. The white fork, that means it's a balanced food between stamina and health. Just kind of gives you an equal amount of each one. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's some berries. And what I like to do, since these respawn... Ooh, that's a deer up there. I like to stand right in the middle and then open up my map. And then I just mark. Just double click. I just hit R. So I know that's where raspberries are. If I go looking around for more food, I won't have to search around. I can just go to those dots. Or let's get him. So axes and woodcutting count as different skills as far as the combat and woodcutting goes. So, and we got some meat. So meat's a good health food. There. Yeah, so I played this game quite a bit during the pandemic in 2020, 2021. Logged probably good 450 hours before I stopped playing. I think I stopped playing right after, I think it was the Mistlands update came out. So it's been a minute. Oh, he saw me. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I played this, so this will be a nice revision to the game. There was just a recent update. The Call to Arms update just came out like, I don't know, a month or two ago, so. Looking to check everything out that's come out since then. I need some more wood. And you can chop down trees too. I'll do that here in a second. Still have, let's see. You can tell the time of day. If you look straight up on your map up in the top right there, you can see where your shadow's at. If it's pointing directly above you, like it is right now, you're about midday. So day-night cycle is, I think, 29, 30 minutes. Somewhere around there. So basically, once your shadow's pointing north, you have about 10 minutes until it gets dark. Ooh, and these guys, same thing with boar. I'm going to show you here. So I have a torch. If you don't want to fight them, these guys are actually afraid of fire, so they won't attack you. There. Put that away. Just a fun little thing to show off. Sometimes you can find flint in here. So this is technically a shoreline, even though it doesn't look like one. It's a little pond. Ooh, necks. So these are little like salamander creatures. There's 3 of them, so let's see how this goes. Pretty well. They drop necktails, which are really good later on. But as far as an early game food goes, they're pretty good. I don't like to cook them if I don't want to, because they help way down the line with meads and potions and stuff, so. Ooh, so that is a black forest. I'm going to stay away from that. that is the next biome. So currently we're in the Meadows, and I'm just wanting to stay here for now. Just because this is the first area, and I'm just wanting to explore this little spot, get some of my map updated. Oh yeah, so these are, I don't know the official name, but these rock circles, you can dig in them when you have a pickaxe. And you can find some treasure in them. Like down, it's usually down in here. These are like boat shapes. I don't remember the official name of them. It's been a long time since I've played this. I'm so glad to be back. I do see another house over this way. Let's go check that out. And then I think at this point I'm going to run back to that other house too. There's nothing in this one. I don't think. Nope. I'll run over to that other house because there's a little trick you can do to get the beehive that I was showing off there. There. Map. Mark you as an R. Hit enter, and we'll move on. Oh, man. What a good time. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Mitten Forge. My name is Aaron. I do a lot of uncut, chill survival games. Currently doing this. This is a fun time. Oh, there's more bees. So I do a lot of uncut, as most as I can, you know, barring any technical difficulties. And I just like to hang out. So I'll build that. And then what we're going to do, so this house I'm not going to hang out at. I just want to show off. You hit the middle mouse button. I think it's the middle one. I'm going to break this down. You can shoot it with a bow too, or you can go up and hit it if you really want to. But this is going to take the beehive down. And then we'll get the recipe for it, so that's always nice. Ooh, not F8, I need 8. There. So we'll just keep that, keep the wood. We'll leave this destroyed. That's okay. We'll get Hugin out of here. When you do destroy your crafting table and everything, you do get all the materials back too, so. It's one thing to know. Oh man, there's so many recipes being unlocked right now. From the beehive and dropping the workbench. So I'm gonna go back to this house. We'll do that same thing. Do you have to have a workbench down to do this? You really just have to break whatever it's touching. Get all that wood. We'll get Hugin out of here again. Okay, I haven't really explored up this way. It is getting dark. I've already seen 3 houses, so that's cool. I do want to try and find somewhere to call it a night before we keep going. There's a deer, so these are going to be tricky to sneak up on until you have a bow. You can chase after them if you really want to. It's fun to try, but punch this guy down. And if you hear that sound, that's one that took me a little bit to catch on to. You hear that, like, ching, that sound? That means it's a critical hit on whatever you're fighting. So it'll do extra damage. Usually happens when they're stunned. Oh, hi. Raspberry patch here. You can mark dandelions too, those are important. I usually end up with a massive excess of them, so I don't do that. Nothing in this house, so if I don't find anything, I'll go back to that house. I could eat another bite. Yep, so it'll tell me that when I need to eat. So we'll get all the food. Get some honey from knocking down the beehive too. Oh, hi, Nick. Keeping an eye on your food is definitely important. It dictates your health and your stamina, so you want to make sure you're keeping an eye on that when you can. There's little timers too, if you haven't noticed, in the bottom left. Ooh, there's some mushrooms. I will mark this, even though there was only 2. I think this... we'll see. It's getting dark, but I don't know if I'll want to stay here. It's a tiny house. It's usually a really good first night house. Just find one of those and you can fix it up with your workbench if you really want to. Oh, there's one thing. Yeah, let me run back to the ritual stones. I'll read this one here. Take care of this guy first. Here we go. Give me a resin. Another mushroom hiding in here. Are there any more? You can always turn down your vegetation too. I don't like to, just because this game is beautiful and I want to make it look the least muddy that I can. So this stone, let's see, blue-eyed shovelers in the muck. So this is talking about necks. Ooh, the sun is going down. I'll run back to that other house. I want to run to the ritual stones first, though. Oh! Yep, so here's some boar. They'll continue to chase you. They're also afraid of these torches, so... like that one ran off. Okay. Oh, it's the other one. Got him. These guys are really good early food when you can cook. I want to run back here, because I missed a spot right in the beginning. So right here, I don't actually know how to pronounce this, is Vegvisier. So Eichdir, so that'll show you the name of the boss that this will locate. So you click on that, and that'll open up a spot on your map to show you where the boss is. So let's run to... do I want to go to that one house? I'll go to the one I found over here. Get a shelter set up. Oh, I almost got him. Yeah, see, and then you get to the point where, unless the deer turns around, you're kind of not going to get him. Okay, so we're going to call this our first home. So what I usually like to do, so I'll get my workbench out. I'll just kind of set that here. It does need a roof above it, but I like to get a door created here from the building menu. And then you see these roof pieces are kind of broken, so I like to cover those up. And then I feel cold, so that when you see that and you're not by a fire, that's when it's nighttime. Actually, just do this. And you'll get monsters nearby too. And then I'll go through and just left click on all of these. Any of them that have like the health bar that's depleted. Just in case something comes at us. And this is going to use up some durability on your hammer, but we will get to that in just a sec. Check and see what Hugin's got for us too here in a second too. Don't really need to do this, I just like to. Extra durability is never a bad thing. Especially if it's your defense. Alright. Let's see what Hugin has to say just so he goes away. Complex items, yep. He talks a lot. Alright, so what we need... We're going to repair our stuff. So you just go over here and you click repair. And it's free. You don't need to use any of your items or anything for it. We're going to open this up. And I like to... It's the first night you're generally safe. So I'm not too worried about being outside right now. Let's do the 45-degree angle one. I like to throw this outside just outside of my little base here. This. Oop, I hit my house, so that yellow that you saw was me damaging my house. We'll go over to, let's see, miscellaneous. So I'm going to put my fire underneath this. And then we'll go over to crafting. We can make a cooking station here. And the fire will scare the greylings away too. It's not just your torch. And the reason I put the fire outside is because you see it's generating smoke. That smoke can suffocate you and you'll start taking damage. So I like to keep mine outside, and then you throw a roof over it just in case it rains. That way it doesn't put the fire out. Let's get this guy. Oop, I don't want to do that. Then I feel cold, yep. And then you walk by. The cold should disappear. So your status effects will show up in the top right. There we go. So I'm cold. That basically just means my stamina is going to regenerate a lot slower. We'll go over to the fire. We will open this up. Throw that on number 5. And we'll just cook these. You want to make sure you stay by these too. Because if you overcook your food, it will turn into coal. Which is useful. Don't get me wrong. But it's not that great this early. You won't really need it. Very useful later on, though. So when they flash like that, boom, we have cooked boar meat. And I guess you don't have to have... I forgot that that's a thing. You can just click on it. But if you wanted to be specific on what you want to cook, you throw it on your hotbar. So we'll cook these necktails. It's not a bad thing to have it early on. I did want to save as many as I can, but it'll be a while before we really need them. There, now we have cooked boar meat and cooked necktails. So we'll go back here, open the door. Now, yep, you see they're resting. So because we have a fire and a shelter, we're going to get a rested buff. It's a default. I think it's still 7 minutes with a just normal resting, and then each comfort level adds a minute. So we should have 10 minutes coming here. There we go. So it's a base of 7, and then each comfort level adds a minute. So what that's going to do is basically your stamina is going to regenerate faster. There's a few other bonuses too, but it's a really good thing to keep up on. And then we're going to open up this menu again. If I was staying here, a beehive would be the way to go, for sure. But all I'm wanting right now is a bed. And then we'll close our menu. Hi, Hugin. Headrest for the wary. Good practice, have some spare equipment. Yeah, throw a chest. So you'll respawn here when you die. So I always have like a spare set of armor. Alright, I could eat another bite. Yep, probably could. Let's do that, and that. So we're not quite there. So there's Mitten Forge's bed. We're going to sleep through the night. Oh, Eikthyr rallies the creatures of the forest. Perfect, actually. So that's a raid. Or the game, I think, officially calls it an event. So this red circle on my map, there's going to be a bunch of stuff spawning in. And it's still kind of dark. Might be hard to see, but there's going to be boar and necks that are going to attack you. So I always look at this as free food. But this is one of the easier raids in the game to defend against. And then these change throughout the game too. As you beat different bosses, different raids will start appearing. But it won't happen until you beat that boss, so. Until we beat Eikthyr, we'll continue to get this one. And you have to stay in that red circle too. You can't run out of it or else the timer of the event won't finish. So you can't run away from your base, unfortunately. You gotta stay here. Creatures are calming down, so that's just telling you the raid's done. Hugin's probably going to talk to us about what happened. It's possible that some animals, or some of the, the monsters that get spawned in the event can stick around until you clear them out. But they'll eventually despawn. And any animals, so the boar, you can tame boar eventually. You can't tame boar that generate from that event. Just an FYI. When the temperature drops at night or if you're wet. Okay. So we'll walk away from him. He's probably going to talk to us about bosses sending minions at us or whatever. Can't remember what he actually says. It's been so long. Monsters will lay siege to your camp from time to time. Strength of arms does not guarantee victory. Yep. So build a strong defense, which we will. We'll get there. So that gave us some more food, which is nice. Ooh, and we're getting some fog. Okay, so I'm gonna pack up, but I think for now we'll keep this one short and sweet. We'll go a little bit longer in the future. Let's see, Alt F3, which one is it? Yeah, Control F3, so that gets rid of your HUD, which is nice. So thanks so much for watching. Kind of changing up on the channel a little bit. I love this game so much. I'm so excited to be playing it again. The music is just so relaxing. I'm glad we were able to get a raid done in the first episode too. So throughout this whole series, I'm going to be showing, tips and tricks that I remember. Also learning what I've, forgotten about and what I haven't experienced yet. So let me know what you thought down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.